At this time, we ask you to please stand, remove your caps for the national anthem. It'll be sung by the Stamford High School Concert Choir and Madrigal Singers, directed by Mrs. Gloria Sinagulia. I'd like to have Class President Brendan George come forward to seat the graduates. Thank you. Yeah, you can come up, Brendan. You can sit too, sure. At this time, let's welcome the Honorable Mayor of Stamford, David Martin.
Okay. Good. Sorry. Do what you gotta do.
I'm sorry, I was liking the Star Spangled Banner so much, I didn't think I was up. That was great. This is a great day. You're excited, I know. You're thinking about this. You've been doing this for a long time to get here, and you're all excited. And therefore, I want to talk to you for just a couple of moments about the universe. So what the heck am I talking about? In 1929, a guy by the name of Edwin Hubble, whom they later named a space telescope after. You've heard of it, the Hubble telescope? Heard about it? Probably don't have any idea what they're doing up there, but nonetheless, they named a telescope after him. And what he did in 1929 that was so important is that he figured out, by staying up night after night and peering into the heavens with a giant telescope, that the universe was expanding. Einstein was so impressed that Einstein traveled all the way to thank Mr. Hubble for this finding, and Einstein said that the greatest mistake he ever made was a mistake that Hubble stopped him from making, having to do with cosmological constant. So now we have the Hubble telescope, and they have it peering deep into the skies, and once again they are trying to understand about the expansion of the universe. And they come to an amazing discovery. The universe is not only expanding, but the expansion is accelerating. It's getting bigger faster and faster. And there is no one who would have predicted it. It should have maybe expanded, but be slowing down. The expansion be slowing down. No, it's getting faster. It makes no sense. So our scientists, they have no idea let's face it, they have no idea what's going on. So they've invented something called dark energy. It's an energy that no one can see and no one can measure, but somehow they think it's making the universe expand even faster. Well, I have a theory about where this dark energy comes from. I think it's coming from over here somewhere. Yeah, it's the guy waving. It's over there. The guy's waving. It's the dark energy. Or it might be over here. It's hard to tell, but there is definitely an energy that is coming out of these stands. And that energy has something to do with you graduates sitting here today. This energy is so intense that your parents, the energy welling up within them is so intense it has no way to get out except to pop out in terms of tears. Tears just pop out of their eyes. Which is to say that I think, and I see a couple of you laughing, you know it's happening already. You've got parents or friends who are crying because you're graduating. And you may not know it. They may not do it tonight. They may not do it today. But maybe when they're alone in the backyard at a barbecue or watching the TV, or they're going to think about the success that you guys are achieving here. And I can guarantee you there's going to be some crying. But these aren't tears of sadness. These are tears of joy. They are tears reflecting the great pride that they have in what you're doing today. Now, if I can change topics just a little bit, talking about how proud they are, the honor that you give them, I want to talk about one of the 10 Commandments for just a second. Now, I'm not going to get all religious on you, but one of the commandments is, thou shalt honor thy mother and father. Now, most people think that means you're supposed to do what they tell you to do. And that's probably a good idea, particularly if they tell you not to text and drive or not to drink and drive. Listen to that. It's really good advice. But most religious scholars say that's not really what it means. And there is some debate about what it means. What I think it means is that you are to live your life in a way that honors your parents, that gives them honor, that makes them proud of you. And that is what you do today. You are here in your graduation. You are giving them honor, and their pride is so extensive that they can't contain it. And they are bursting out in tears, not necessarily when you see it, but that's how deep their love. So with that, I say this, and this is the only bit of wisdom or advice that I'm going to give you. If you can live the rest of your life trying to give honor to your parents, I think things are going to turn out pretty good. Now, sometimes there's going to be ebbs and flows. You know, sometimes there are going to be some tough decisions. You're not going to be sure what to do. Quite frankly, I think that you're smart enough, and by gosh, you got a graduation certificate from high school. I think you're smart enough to know in most cases what the right decision is and the wrong decision. And I'm telling you, make the decision that would make your parents and your friends and your school proud of you, and that will give them great honor. That's my advice to you. I say congratulations, graduates, on this great success. Go forth, make us all proud of you, make Stamford proud of you, and I thank you very much. Oh, one last thing. In addition to doing that, if any of you can figure out that dark energy expanding universe thing and get a telescope named after you, that'd be a good thing too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like to bring up the senior class president, Mr. Brendan George.
All right, this one's for Ellen DeGeneres. All right, how do we look? I think we look pretty good today. All right. All right, good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, administration, mom, wherever you are, board, there she is, up there. All right, probably crying now. Board of Education, esteemed guests, Mr. Mayor, maybe YouTube if this speech goes really well, and of course, my fellow classmates. As Taylor Swift says to her boyfriends, this won't take long. Here we are, the 149th graduating class of Stamford High School, sitting here in Boyle Stadium on Robustelli Field, experiencing the last of many traditions at this historic school, the school that proudly carries the name of the great city of Stamford. We entered this place 4 years ago, fresh men and women, with a fresh principal, shout out Dr. Valentine, and with fresh faces. Close your eyes and picture yourselves at orientation, being helplessly led around by upperclassmen guides. That year, you may recall, we received a checklist of locations to help us become better acquainted with the building. As you can imagine, this was a Herculean task. In fact, I believe all of us in our 4 years have gone through hundreds of failed attempts to explain the layout of Stamford High School. Something along the lines of, okay, so the school has 9 floors, but they're not actually on top of each other. They're split between 3 buildings, and each building is 3 floors. So the old building at the top of the hill is 1, 2, 3, then the middle building is 4, 5, 6, and the newest building is 7, 8, 9, see, it's very hard. And then when you put them all together in height order, it's 4, 7, 5, 8, 6, 9, 1, 2, 3. Great, got it. Okay. Miraculously, we all figured it out. And it is one of the many components of the design of Stamford High School that bonds students together. Other highlights include figuring out where the parking lines in the parking lot will be for the day, attempting to pass through a 7th floor hallway ramp designed for a maximum of 2 lanes of traffic, passenger traffic, the never-ending search for the right bathroom, the wishing for air conditioning on the 2nd floor, and strategizing the fastest way to get to the student parking lot from the 1st floor, to name a few. It all began on that orientation day less than 4 years ago. In honor of today being Throwback Thursday, let's take a look back at some of the things that have happened since we entered high school. The first iPad was released, and they were still selling iPhone 3GSs. We had Angry Birds, followed by Tiny Wings, followed by Flappy Bird. Birds are clearly the trend, not to mention the tweeting of our own. We had Fun Run, Quiz Up, and 2048. Pinterest was created, Snapchat was created, Vine was created, the social fads of planking, Tim Tebowing, and twerking also all took place. We were treated to endless videos of Harlem Shakes and cinnamon challenges, among others, and thanks to Drake, YOLO became your excuse for just about anything and everything. And that is all within our time here at Stamford High. Oh, and not to mention that we, in our lifetimes, have survived the end of the world twice, with both Y2K and the Mayans' predictions. Orientation feels like it was yesterday. Look at all that has happened just overnight. This sensation, this everything is changing so fast, my life is a blur, somebody help me, feeling, is something we're going to have to get used to. The world is moving at an incredible pace. This is frightening. It is exciting, full of promise, and frightening. When change is the only constant we can count on for sure, how do we prepare? Adults are never shy to point out to us that life isn't fair, and all around there are constant reminders that the world can change in an instant. It is easy to feel that we are lost in uncharted territory without Google Maps, Wi-Fi, or even 4G coverage. But here's something to consider. No generation has ever been in chartered territory. The future is always unknown. Whether you realized it or not, you are prepared, and a large part of that has been your experience here at Stamford High School. Forget for a moment the GPAs, the definitions, and the annotations. School teaches facts, yes, but perhaps more valuable is that school teaches skills. How to problem solve, how to prioritize, how to coexist and collaborate with so many diverse people, each with their own unique background, and how to see something through and accomplish it. That's right, you've learned how to stick it out. Whether it was graceful or a train wreck, you're still here. Of course, these skills are far from perfected, and they never will be, but we will continue to cultivate them throughout our lives. And so here comes that big question mark of the future. We've got a lot of outstanding questions. Questions like, what will our future match look like? What will we laugh about? What will we cry about? Or questions such as, turn down for what? Or do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Katy Perry thinks we do. But as Miley Cyrus has noted on our generation, we can't stop and we won't stop. It is fully in our control to make the most of our future. And I guarantee each and every one of you is going to have great accomplishments and countless reasons to be proud. You cannot forget to celebrate these achievements. As Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop around and look around once in a while, you could miss it. The beauty of graduation is that after 4 years of incredibly hard work, it is finally time to recognize all the triumphs of the past 4 years, culminating with your diploma to certify it all. And on the way to that diploma, you have made an impact. We, the class of 2014, have left a legacy at this building just as the classes we looked up to had, and just as future classes will as well, although certainly not as great as ours. This year in particular set a tone for a Stamford High that is more united than recent memory. Black Knight Nation came together full force this year and supported some incredible seasons from our Stamford High athletics. Shout out to cheerleading, basketball, and volleyball teams. There was a fashion show, nay-naying included. We had the introduction of the traveling taco at our concession stands. We had a successful winter ball, an awesome sold-out prom, and most impressively of all, we raised $10,000 in October for breast cancer research, with hundreds of students participating in our school-wide pink out. Yeah, that deserves some claps. That was pretty good. The Black Knight spirit is in a vibrant and fantastic place. It is a welcoming and supportive community. I hope that this not only continues on to future classes, but remains within all of you seated before me as an everlasting connection and source of pride as a Black Knight. I encourage you to continue to give back to this class, this school, and this community. My parting request to future classes, the faculty and administration, is to do their best to preserve this learning environment. Do not give up, stay optimistic, passionate, and keep working to make this school as enriching and filled with opportunity as it is. Also, I want to take a moment to acknowledge 3 staff members who will be effectively graduating as well, or rather retiring, after this school year. Signora Barre, una maestra fantástica de español aquí a la escuela. Miss O'Neill, one of the cornerstones of our special education department, and Miss Sesma, a tireless paraeducator in special services. Thank you all for your dedication and hard work. You will be missed greatly. And so, fellow graduates, our time at Stamford High has come to an end as well. I personally want to thank you for allowing me to stand before you today and represent the class these past 4 years. It has been more rewarding than I ever expected. If there is one thing I want you to always remember from today, other than how handsome and charming your class president was, I want it to be the following quote from John Maxwell. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects the wind to change. The leader adjusts the sails. Maybe I love that because I'm a sailing instructor, but it should apply to all facets of your life. Success is never achieved through passivity. It is our responsibility to take action, to lead each other, our community, and our generation. We are the future. We are the captains of the ship, and we choose where our destination will be. We are the class of 2014. Our voyage has just begun. On that voyage, remember, we are Black Knights born, we are Black Knights bred, and when we die, we will be Black Knights dead. Congratulations to you all, and for the last time, you stay classy, Stamford High.
Let's hear it for your class president, Brendan George.
At this time, please welcome the Stamford Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Winifred Hamilton.
Thank you, Brendan, for warming them up for me. Good afternoon, parents, families, friends, Mayor Martin, Board of Education members, Dr. Valentine, staff, and most of all, the class of 2014. I think Mayor Martin had this before me, and I'm just trying to lower it a little bit. At this year's opening convocation of Stamford Public Schools, we talked about a four-letter word that can be used in and with every audience. That four-letter word was grit. Grit is used to describe passion, pursuit, perseverance in spite of challenges. And I know we've had some challenges. Grit is defined as working strenuously toward challenges, maintaining effort despite failure, adversity, and plateaus. I think your experience here has given you a good foundation for many of the challenges that you'll face ahead. However, some of you have soared, exceeding all expectations over the last 4 years. While some school, home has been a struggle. You may have had some bad breaks, but you're here today, ready to graduate because each and every one had the persistence and grit to meet your individual challenges. This is a time of year when everyone has plenty of advice for new graduates. You may have seen or read some of it. Google co-founder Larry Page said, "It's better to go with the big challenges rather than the small ones because there's less competition." Oprah advised that you must develop your own internal GPS to guide you through life's challenges. AOL entrepreneur Steve Case suggested that what you do is less important than who you do it with. And author J.K. Rowling advised that you should always value what you learn from setbacks. For me, the words of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg resonates the most. He said, and I know it all too well, that life is easier when you do something you love. Looking out at you, I see future financiers, friction writers, engineers, educators, athletes, astrophysicists, performers, paralegals, and future teachers and administrators. Some of you already know what you want to be and what you want to pursue, and you'll do it passionately. But most of you, however, are not entirely sure what you want from college, work, and life. First, remember that lives that are rich and rewarding are made, not found. There is no secret formula, but there are common sense principles that will increase your odds of happiness and success. So my message to you today is this: don't think about what you want from life, think about what life wants from you. Pay attention to what gets you up in the morning, what delights you, what excites you. Pursue internal versus external rewards. Money, prestige, power too often go away. Richness of spirit, taking the high road and validating others are lasting. Be lifelong learners. Take the excellent education that you've earned at Stamford High School and build on it to benefit others as well as yourself. And finally, be grateful. Thank those whose shoulders you stand on. You would not be here without the love and support of your family, friends, and teachers. Let them know how you appreciate them. And finally, one of the greatest rewards of my job is to bump into a former student and see how they've grown, blossomed, met the challenges of life, and general success. If I bump into any of you in a few years, and I hope I do, I'm certainly and I'm going to ask you a question. And that question is, have you remembered to take care of the 3 most important bones in your body? Your backbone, your wishbone, and your funny bone. So, to the Stamford High School class of 2014, today wraps up your Stamford Public School career, all 2,353 days. Your diploma is your ticket to exploration, adventure, and challenge. May it be safe and an exciting journey. Congratulations.
Thank you, Winnie. Let's give a nice welcome to the President of the Stamford Board of Education, Mr. Jeff Allswanker.
Thank you, Landon. What a Stanford treasure, Len Gambino, voice of Stanford. Thank you. On behalf of our 9-member Board of Education, and many of them are here today, Ms. Olson, Ms. Heffman, Dr. Rao, Mr. Lyons, I'd like to extend our welcome to all of our graduates and their families. I'd like to also recognize the special guests we have among us, Mayor Martin, our Superintendent, Dr. Hamilton, our Stamford High Principal, Dr. Donna Valentine, and the entire staff of Stamford High School. Our guest speaker, Brandon Walker, and the Stamford High School Madrigal Singers. Of course, the real reason we are here is to congratulate each and every member of the class of 2014. You have spent the last few years of your life preparing not only for this day, but for all the days that will follow. And I know your education here at Stamford High has built a strong foundation for you to be ready for what your future holds. Whether you're going on to higher learning, going to serve our country, or to make your mark by working in our community. I know it because I know Stamford High intimately. Not only am I a proud Black Knight myself, having graduated here a few years ago, but also my mother started her teaching career here, where she met my father, who then devoted his entire career here at Stamford High for 35 years as head of guidance and longtime head basketball coach, all after graduating here himself as a student. So I pretty much grew up at Stamford High. I know the tradition of a Stamford High education. I know the standards to which you were held and the support each of you received. And I admire you for your success. So as I look out among you, I admit it's hard to recognize your individuality since you're all dressed the same, except of course for those personalized caps. But I know the path that brought each of you to this point was different. In fact, I am sure there was a time where each and every one of you felt that you had a mountain or two in front of you. Some of you may have chosen to lace up your hiking boots and climb right over that mountain on your own. Others of you may have sought advice from an expert, probably a smartphone app, and navigated around that mountain. And still others may have rallied your friends, your family members, and your supporters with shovels and pickaxes who helped you dig your way right through that mountain. The important thing is that you have all succeeded today. Remember, you may not control the path or the mountains that lay upon it, but you will always control your reaction, the tools you choose, the advice you seek, and the support you gain to get to the next milestone. And in the words of one of the greatest doctors of all time, Dr. Seuss, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Enjoy the journey. Congratulations, Stamford High School, class of 2014.
Our next speaker will deliver the commencement address. Let's give a rousing Stamford High School welcome to Brandon Walker of Channel 12 News.
A lot of pressure here, I gotta tell you. Thanks again for having me. I wouldn't have imagined in my wildest dream that I'd be given such an opportunity to speak to you today. So for that, I do consider it an honor, and thank you. I want to keep it short and sweet because you've got a lot of celebrating to do, I'm sure, as you've put in a lot of work for this day. So hopefully also I won't bore you, but if I do, let me know about it so I can figure out a way to switch the script while we're at it. While preparing for today, I couldn't help but think what to talk about. Should I tell a story? What should I write about? I thought about Dr. Seuss, that was stolen. Then I thought about other stories. You know, there's the little engine that could. You know, I think I can. You can roll your eyes now because I'm probably beginning to bore you. I won't do that, though, because, well, there's a point to the reason why I won't do that. You're among a generation that's seen it all even before you've even been given a chance to see it. You've got this bank of pop cultural references, little idiosyncrasies in the back of your head that have been replicated and replicated and replicated, and you know about them even if you probably haven't been exposed to them. And at times, I'm sure because of that, you feel like you've been there and you've done that, because through your adolescence and your latter teenage years to this day, just about everything you've always wanted to do or thought of has been at the palm of your hands. Brendan addressed that actually more eloquently than I can in his speech a few minutes ago. But as you sit here eager and ready to take on your new opportunity, I challenge you to enter this new phase with a clear mind. Take your smarts with you though, because you'll need them, but you'll also learn a lot in the next couple of years. After this speech, I'll head home, grab my suitcase, hop on a plane and head to Carleton College in Northfield, Minnesota. This weekend happens to be my 5-year reunion. I graduated from college 5 years ago this weekend. 9 years ago, I sat where you are, graduating from high school. Not in Stamford, though, St. Augustine High School, back in my native New Orleans, Louisiana. I sat there, remember, eager and ready to go show them all that I knew what I could do as an 18-year-old boy. It's a disruptive quality, and I think it's a good thing, and I think that many of you have it. I can see it in many of you, particularly among your fashion choice for today, hidden underneath your cap and gown, saw you in the gym over there. Disruptive quality, it's a good thing just as long as you know how to use it. Don't be afraid to challenge general convention. Ask questions, why, I think, being key among them. Don't ask that of your parents, though. There's a bit of an exception there. I'm knocking on 30, and if I ask why, I still get slapped on the back of my head, so you might want to watch that one. Also note that in order to be an effective disruptor, you must also know something about all that which you've decided to challenge. You gotta know context. You must know key players, and honestly, as a reporter, Mayor Martin removed, often among the leaders we elect to make decisions on our behalf, that context is missing. They're not sure why they're talking about whatever piece of legislation or who it might impact and how and why it might impact them. And while you may not go on to be a politician, whatever you may do, that context is extremely important. Why and how are key among them. It's also something I push myself to do even in everyday life. Why is what I'm doing of import? Who will it impact? And most important in my book, will it disrupt? Or in this case, will it promote and push for some type of change that hopefully is a positive one? Not all of my stories achieve that, though. With that, I have a list of suggestions for you, but I've decided to do this a little differently. As I mentioned, this one is a weekend for me during which I'll do a lot of reflecting with my college comrades. So with that, I've got a list. A list of all the things I wish I had known about that next step. Retrospectively, of course, though, from my current self to who and what I was when I sat in your seat just 9 years ago. Some of it was a little funnier, my sense of humor. For one, I always considered myself a music fan, but I never thought in a million years that a song by the name of I'm So Fancy by an Iggy Azalea would dominate the rap charts. It is fresh, I'll give it to you. But every now and then a nice Kanye classic, All Falls Down, still, gets it going. And at times, if it feels as though all is falling, don't fret, because my younger me can remember a Jay-Z telling me you can't knock the hustle. So you can't knock your hustle. Keep it moving no matter where you are. Also, no matter where the next couple of months will take you, college, trade school, the military, the working world, don't forget about Stamford High School. It's got you to this point. It'll get you to where you're going in the future. Remember always that night your English teacher assigned way too much reading. The teacher probably didn't expect you to get through it, but you did. And along the way, you learned that Alice Walker succeeded at challenging literary constructs, not only of black women, but women as a whole. And the same goes for Jane Austen. You probably read that a little bit later. It dawned on you, though, the two weren't challenging literature, as it were. They used literature, in this case, their talent, to call society's questionable mores to task. And Jane Austen did this over 200 years ago. Again, this very system, school taught you that. It taught you to challenge general convention and convictions. You learned that here, so don't forget it anywhere you go. Also, if you're leaving home, be sure to hug your parents. God knows you didn't do enough of that when you were here. And after you leave, give them a call. At least they need to know that you're being responsible wherever your journey may take you. And while you're at it, this is something that I didn't have a problem with, but several of my friends in college did. Make sure you shower daily, especially after you develop that workout kick after realizing that the chicken nugget night in the dining hall is getting the best of you. Shower while you're at it. And no matter where you go, even if you have access to a car, this is something I take personally, make sure you ride the bus every now and then. You might be asking, why would I do that? Well, I think you develop a good understanding of people. Public transit naturally attracts a diverse cross-section of people. Their faces tell stories, and if you take a second to talk to one or two of them, you'll learn a bit more about yourself along the way. If you're like me, though, riding the bus is no different from how you grew up. It keeps you humbled and allows you to stay in touch with who you were back then. Also, it's also eco-friendly and it beats traffic in these parts on 95 any day, in my opinion. Sometimes, as you move on, it won't be easy. And that's okay. It's supposed to be that way. You'll learn from the storms that'll come your way, be it college, be it the military, be it work, wherever it is that you may go. And as I said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I'm sure you're ready to get your diplomas. Finally, all I'm going to tell you is to be well, better yet, be good, and even more, be good at it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brandon. At this point of the program, we'll have a music selection. It'll be called The Farewell Song by Jan Reese. It'll be sung by the Stamford High School Concert Choir and Madrigal Singers, and of course directed by Mrs. Gloria Sinaguda. Now, while they make their way up to sing, I'd like to remind everybody here, please do not come on the field during the course of the issuing of the diplomas. You will have ample opportunity to see the graduates out on the softball field. We appreciate that. Thank you. It is about that time. Here for the presentation of the graduating class, your principal, Dr. Donna Valentine.
Good afternoon, graduating class of 2014. So I spent the last half hour before I came out here with a box of tissues because I promised you that I wouldn't cry. Do you recall the day when you first became a Black Knight? Well, the principal shouldn't have a favorite class, but I do, and it's you. You are the first graduating class in almost a decade that has had one principal for the entire 4 years of your high school career. You are the 149th graduating class of Stamford High School. We started here together 4 years ago. Boy, did that time go by quickly. I love each and every one of you. You are very special. What a year. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you. And I have a couple of questions for you, and maybe you can send these to me in an email. By a show of hands, how many people went to study hall when they were supposed to? Okay, how many seniors ate lunch in the cafeteria? There you go. So my question to you is, next year when you're away at college and you're starting to think about me, because I know you will, because you're not going to have all that food and drink that I have in my office, can you tell me where the senior class hides? Because it was really difficult to find you. Over the course of the next few days, you will be thanking a lot of people who helped you get here. I would like to switch that around a little bit and thank you for a change. Thank you for your laughter, your kindness, your creativity, your entrepreneurial adventures, and for visiting me, some of you every day, to partake in the food and drinks that were always available to you in my office. Thank you for following the electronic policy so well that you were texting me during graduation. I will tell you that I'll answer your texts when we're done. I will miss you very much, and I think you know that. I sincerely hope that you will maintain your high standards in all the endeavors you undertake. Congratulations once again. Visit us, work hard, and remember to smile. I hope you find something that you love as much as I love being the principal of Stamford High School. You will always be part of our family. I'll end with a quote from Ruth Weissmeyer, who said, "My favorite animal is the turtle. The reason is that in order for the turtle to move, it has to stick its neck out." There are going to be times in your life when you're going to have to stick your neck out. There will be challenges, and instead of hiding in a shell, you have to go out and meet them. I'm so proud of you. Thank you to you and your families. Have a great day.
All right, for the reading of the graduates' names, let's give a nice round of applause to Ms. Tiffany Clark and Mr. Jeremy White. Assisting with the presentations will be Mr. Rebecca Wilson and also Mrs. Francine Baravro, also Yolanda Askew Wilson, and members of the Stamford Board of Education.
Brendan Caldwell George. Joseph John Esposito. Sabrina Petrofessa. Andrew Joseph Rabida. Leah Francesca Carpenzano. Haley Arlen. Carl Marvin Lewis. Glory Smith Brutus. Jack Benjamin Singer. Jonathan Hudson Rich. Matthew Sweeney. Bennett Jacob Leeds. Shahern Philemon. Brianna Raquel West. Brianna Bellavia. Daniela Marie Malinowski. Claire Corporon. Tina Marie Beldotti. Jordan Maxwell Gans. Devin Alfred Camlin.
Justin Tomchek. Jason Tomchek. Matthew McClafferty. Daniel Newhall. Zafina Esaku. Cynthia Ramirez. Elijah Sinclair. Will Smith. Angeline Atienne. Amani P. Jackson. Ryan Gibb. Spencer Brandon Manovich. Danny Dominguez Jr. Jerry Anderson III. Ansel Raekwon Nevers Jr. Kenneth Wright Jr. Shayla Yolanda Aldana. Brandon Valmore Dangera. Rigardson Gellin. Steve Kilburn.
Ziggy Sakalauskas. Matthew Woodside. Michael Horchak. Anthony Patino. Melissa De Laurentiis. Alex Flores. Alexander Littlehales. Jacob Silver. Mark Marenko. Giancarlo Carpenzano. Ezra Lucian. Joshua Leclue. Gabrielle Joseph. Brenda Miller. David Rios. Michael Basilis. Armando Ramirez. Andre Zavita. Anthony Brown. Malik Simpson.
Vanessa Polonia. Allison Gill. Jennifer Sigua. Isabel Moscoso. Chisty Carinard. Kayla Banner. Larissa Martins. Jenny Ribeiro. Alexandra N. Ozier. Thessiana Mezelis. Marilyn Diaz. Liana Victoria Jamie Lopez. Valdez Raval. Hassani Clark. Jasmine Bailey.
Tiffany Colacurcio. Francesca Risciardi. Rebecca Ambrush. Ladies and gentlemen, Karen Rubin. Patricia Villanueva. Angelica Shonchak. Emma Waters. Brenna Mulhall. Kiersey Ballas. Alexi Nikolopoulos. Stacy Hazen. Megan O'Neill. Omisha Elliott. Aset Fortune. Brianna Fazio. Malcolm Lopez. Matt Savona. Jordan Dorellis. Wendy Pettione. Cassandra Esperance.
Axel Rivera. Daniel Daybeck. Jamal Barrett. Carl Andy Augustin. Kaisha Floyd. Ashley Francis. Ole Chechnovich. Dimitro Kaidamaka. Alexander Guerrero. Nelson Castillo. Andres Vasquez. Romero Escobar. Antonio Berrigan. Michael Sales. Chelsea Pasmino. Jennifer Oliva. Talia Ayala. Matthew Yakobashi. Christiana Morales. Jennifer Sagasume.
Michael Scott Geisler. Carter Liam Travachino. Stephen Andrew Browning. Gabriel Yale Verderami. Yash Nina Date. Gregory Dennis Farfone. Daniel Petrowski. Stephen Torellis. Anthony William Crismary. Stephanie Nicole Festini. Heather Alyssa Lopiano. Lindsay Morgan Mandel. Miranda Elizabeth Aarons. Ashanti Noel Valentine. Aaliyah Dixon. Jemiah Alexandra Munoz.
Miranda. Straight ahead.
Althea Wright. Lakea Taylor. Kiara Lachey McKinstry. Michael McKeithen.
Donald Ryan. James Croft. Matthew McGoldrick. Gabriel Bautista. Demetrius Karapides. Jonathan Boito. Nicholas Romero. Danny Iglesias. Andrea Lopez. Evelyn Contreras. Ariane Spalding. Jessica Stietzel. Danielle Cavalier. Lindsay Swatland. Anais Arocho. Merlinda Dovolani. Sowera Bahati. Jael Francois. Nancy Scarpelli. Jocelyn Ordonez.
Janelle Barrett. Janelle Harrison. Alyssa Berry. Joanna Marcellus. Anissa Ford. Bria Thomas Young. Kelly Neeson. Morgan Arboy. Caden Bolden. Jeffrey Zaluccio. Christian Malazzi. Brian Powers. Michael Zerilli. Sam Massa. Ayana Gallen. Austin Sinergia. Nicole May. Demi Brennan. Lawrence Rosenfeld. Stephen O'Shea.
Adrian Vasquez. Kevin Lara. Gregory Jack. Kyle Evans. Wilfredo Victorino. Brian Vega Morales. Catherine Diaz Canseco. Victoria Colangelo. Joseph Didaj. Gabriella Damasi. Joe Nugent. Saivinit Sunki. Brandon Ortiz. Durham Kaba. Leticia Nevis. Jasenia Lopez. Arlette Fermin. Krista Para. Sam Sood. Chris Baptiste.
Natalie Faloska. Josette Hippolyte. Brittany Ortiz. Alexis Espinoza. Diamond Paris. Ebony Pryor. Michael Anthony Brown. Christian Alvarado Mendez. Daisy Medina. Hendy Mendiola. Brianna Fordham. Nicole Rojas. Stephanie Espinoza. Daniela Diaz. Leonardo Rivero. Kevin Molina. Patsy Gomez. Brandon Abruzzi. Samantha Pasiri. Catherine Goldberg.
Taney DeBoyer. Mary Lenz. Jeff McGovern. Tim Walsh. John Burnett. Damaris Waden. Fernanda Brutus. Virginie Petit-Frey. John O'Doon. Julia Ricciardi. Cameron Matawala. Sanjeet Sundarajan. Ali Jessa. Kenny Payez. Camry Evans. Jose Torres. Victoria Shea. Yelizaveta Kovaleska. Caitlin Salone. Fatima Sai.
Marquise Averhart. Anthony McCallan. Tyrell Adams. Christopher August. John Lawrence. Matthew Cirillo. Matthew Barletta. Matthew Camerata. Shirley Scarlett Rodriguez. Brian Alexander Naharo. Kevin Alarcon. Jairo Builes. Jean Carlos Carriez. Renato Romero. Alejandro Rodriguez. Marilyn Lopez. Daisy Avila Soto. Christine Guillaume. Sam Tyler Brody. Dylan Edward Senecal.
Brian Sandoval. Andrew Tobin. Cheryl Nielsen. Elijah Johnson. Masha Kovalenko. Kelsey Sanagata. Regina Agababayev. Isabel Agabs. Madeline DiNucci. Lauren Tuckman. Isabella Frateroli. Erica Makoshi. Karina Krog. Courtney DeVincentis. Jared Alyssa Caban. Jamira Fanfan. Leslie Aguilar. Robin Oriana. Nicole Ramos. Brian Coufray.
Cynthia Reyes. Marlene Reyes. Jamalix Diaz. Brianna Gordon. Miklos Sapila. Justin Nizelek. Austin Cagle. Madison Vancura. Michael Costello. Brandon Temple. Jasmine Lee. Sarah Kinsler. Shakiria McKenzie. Danwaju. Danielle Barletta. Jennifer Rich. Claire Cohen. Carrie Pereira Aquino. Gurley Maymay. Benedict Marisme.
Robert Alonzi. Philip Shostak. Francesco A. Ramondi. Francesco A. Pisano. Jimmy Corcoran. Mike Lowe. Marcella Alsate. Kathy Gerardo. Christina Joano. Kate Rabalski. Roger Labella. Jack Raposi. Leslie Sanchez. Conrad Waszniewski. Sal DePreta. Mary Rebecca McGalnick. Brisa Escobar. Madeline Eugene. Luke Dardis. Liam Penny.
Gary Richmond. Tavon Keene. Rosie Carm Staburn. Erda Lubin. Jessica Lucy Blanchard. Jennifer LaFleur. Daphna Dorsal. Jennifer Cuevas. Jerry Aim. Keisha Pierre. Tremia Wilson. Diasia Patrice Clyburn. Zachary Arpaio. Nicholas Lemecca. Derek Kronkowski. Jake Pagona. Shannon Seville. Kate McGrath. Deirdre O'Connell. Mariana Margarita Lopez.
Alondra Alexis. Jaira Cruz. Paul Menz. Richie Preval. Ovidio Beltran. Penny Rosales. Nicholas Frateroli. Kristen Leegee. Chris Hernandez. Allison Simpkin. Jeremy Beck. Nestor Ortiz. Kathy Montoya. Megan McGinnis. Pierre Dens Fills. Tarani Jackson. Jennifer Astudio. Diana Fiajos. Donovan Lee Jones. Devin Lionel Jones.
Salvador Salamano. Jim Riofrio. Ilse Gonzalez. Maria Santana. Michelle Alexandri. And Deja White. Jacob Rostigar. Caleb Hutchinson. Michelle Baptiste. Chubanka Alexander. Courtney Kutso. Antonella Fusco. Stacia Jean Baptiste. Chelsea Foster. Christian Janos. Kendall Stroman 3. Cameron Webb. Christopher Durant. Tiana Hatcher. Stephanie Val. Rose Jean. John Lewis.
Mugshot. That's right.
Chris Dardampre.
The forger.
Tiana.
Bernard Cook.
Tiana. Tiana.
Benjamin Toussaint.
Tiana. Hey.
David Vaccaro. Marvin Class. Whitler Jean. Tanbir Ahmed. Rosalinda Patino.
Man, where's your down at?
Michelle Rodriguez. Kimberly Quiroa. Roger Delgado. Aiden He.
Lauren Lafredo. Spencer Sobel. Jean Mario Duperball. Ricardo Casimir. Rodney Florian. Mark R. Garan III. John Paul. Scotty Bazil. Gilbert Mendez. Catherine Valeda, Wendy Marroquin, Lisa Palma, Kyron Greenaway, Daundrea Elliott, Gary Benson, Dravon Bailey, Jeffrey Orsino, William Santoro,
Your attention will wait for everyone to get back into his or her seat, and I will announce the class. Ladies and gentlemen, these students have fulfilled all the requirements to graduate from Stamford High School as the class of 2014. I'd like to introduce you to our graduating class. Put your tassels, guys. Congratulations. At this time, we'll have the senior class officers. May the senior class officers please come up. To the graduating class of 2014, congratulations. Have a great day. Please stand.